Today on Titan News, we have an update on the Israel and Iran conflict.
And the historic trial for former President Donald Trump continues.
Lastly, we have more information on the FAFSA verification process for students. Titan News starts now. Welcome to Titan News. I'm Dianara Palafox.
And I'm Andrew Gutierrez.
Overseas, the conflict in Israel continues to worsen as Iran has now become involved. Israel's World Cabinet will meet again today to discuss the response to Iran's airstrike. More than 300 drones and missiles were fired at Israel on Saturday night, prompting even more unrest to outbreak in the region. Nearly all of the explosives were intercepted by Israel's and its allies, including the United States. Israel has vowed to respond to the attack despite President Biden and other world leaders imploring Israel to use restraint. Iran has said that any retaliation from Israel will be met with a swift response. Earlier this morning, United Nations officials called on Israel and Iran to de-escalate their conflict, stating concerns that the two nations are violating individuals' right to life. Neither nation has responded to this call, and they are unlikely to.
Here at home, we have an update on the second day of the historic criminal trial of former President Donald Trump. Jury selection continues today in New York City for former President Donald Trump's felony trial. Trump is accused of falsifying business records in 2016 in order to hide money paid to adult film actress Stormy Daniels in pursuit of covering up an affair during the course of his presidential campaign. This trial marks the first time in U.S. history that a former president has ever been tried on criminal charges. Yesterday, the process of seating the jury began. Out of 96 potential jurors, none were seated. The jury selection continues today as the Manhattan District Attorney has also filed a formal request to hold Trump in contempt of court for social media posts he had made that violated the judge's limited gag order.
After numerous complications with this year's FAFSA process, students can finally see a positive change. With more on the story, we have Titan News reporter Emily Wilson.
With the next academic year on the horizon, prospective and current students alike are going through the process of submitting their financial aid forms. The federal financial aid form, called Better FAFSA, new this year, has caused significant delays in the processing of applications, affecting students nationwide. However, according to the Director of Financial Aid at Cal State Fullerton, Jessica Barco, one aspect of the process has actually been improved by the new application: federal verification. Federal verification means that some students who submit the federal aid forms are required to submit extra documentation after submitting the initial application. A portion of Better FAFSA decreased the amount of students selected for verification.
Federal verification, however, is a process by which the federal government says, there's something suspect about this student file. Let's go ahead and select them for federal verification. It's not Cal State Fullerton that selects them, it's the federal government.
For students who are selected, it takes 6 to 8 weeks to receive financial aid award summaries from each school, as opposed to the normal 2 weeks. The extra time is used to gather and verify extra documents, which may include tax transcripts, W-2 forms, or citizenship documentation. For as long as Barco has been at CSUF, the number of students affected by federal verification has decreased annually.
Now with this big push with the Better FAFSA, I see it as significantly less students being selected for federal verification, maybe even potentially half of that, like 1,500.
In the meantime, it is recommended that students submit their federal aid forms as soon as possible, with the California financial aid deadline being May 2nd. This is Emily Wilson, Titan News, signing off.
Coming up, this week's weather forecast. Are we in for sunny spring skies, or will we be seeing April showers?
Also, find out if we'll be seeing another super bloom this year. We'll see you after the break.
Observe a domesticated human family in their natural habitat, known to their species as the backyard.
Hey, you think I should light it now?
I think it's good.
Yeah?
Oh dear, someone is about to burn a pile of debris that's too tall, which can start a wildfire. Wait, could it be? Blimey, it is.
It's Smokey.
It's Smokey Bear. What a legend.
Hey, it's Smokey. Sorry, it was too high. Right.
Watch as he astutely ensures that there's no wind, and how he removes some of the debris to create a smaller, safer burning pile.
No, you said make it bigger, baby. The bigger, the better.
Take note of our fearless furry friend here, humans.
I appreciate it. Fist bump.
Watching you.
Smokey's done it again.
Bye, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hello, welcome back to Titan News.
We've been experiencing some sun showers in the past couple of weeks. Daniel Arceo Rodriguez has the latest on this week's weather report.
Thank you, Dayanara. What's up, brothers? Let's take a look at today's forecast, shall we? We're looking at a day that is as indecisive as my girlfriend deciding what to get for dinner tonight. It is currently 61 degrees, and we should expect a low of 50 degrees. There are currently 1 mile per hour winds, and we should expect our lovely sun to set at 7:24 p.m. For later today, it should be a high of 77, so if you're wearing a sweater this morning, don't be surprised if you're regretting it by lunchtime. Looking at the rest of our lovely week, we're still stuck in partly cloudy mode for the most part, but hey, consistency is key. Temperatures are holding steady on Wednesday at 76 degrees for the high and 53 degrees for the low, with a gentle breeze coming from the south at 6 miles per hour. Fast forwarding into Thursday, the day will kick off with a blanket of clouds, and we'll close off with a blanket of clouds. So keep those sunglasses tucked away, you won't be needing those. Temperatures are set to hit a high of 73 degrees and will settle down for a cozy 55 degrees in the evening. Looking into Payday Friday, and for those attending weekend 2 of Coachella, you'll see a nearly identical day to Thursday, but you'll see some sunlight in the afternoon as those performing begin to take the stage, with temperatures peaking at 70 degrees and dipping to 54 degrees at night. And for your Saturday, to spend those paychecks on Coachella merchandise, temperatures will hover around 72 degrees for the high and 55 for the low to close out our lovely, partly cloudy week of fun. The silver lining to our cloudy week is Mother Nature's show-stopping display of wildflowers in the Super Bloom botanical phenomenon. Reporting more on those pretty flowers is Alexandra Abeda.
This year, Southern California has seen record-breaking amounts of rain. After the atmospheric river moved through in February, some people have been holding out hope for a super bloom. Usually caused by an abundance of rainfall, a super bloom is a botanical phenomenon where vast amounts of wildflowers all bloom at the exact same time.
One place you can come to look at the wildflowers is here at Chino Hills State Park.
Chino Hills State Park is home to rolling hills that become covered with wildflowers in the event of a super bloom. However, it doesn't look like there's much happening yet. Due to the massive amounts of rain we've seen this year, a super bloom is on the table, but it's also possible the torrential downpour washed away the seeds or even oversaturated them. However, a local expert at Chino Hills did offer some hope.
I'm not sure with the amount of rain that we've had this year we'll have a super bloom, but I am sure we'll have a lot of beautiful wildflowers.
In any case, what's most important is being sure to respect whatever blooms we do get.
It's important that when you're out looking at the wildflowers and in a park setting or other natural habitats that you respect the flowers and the animal life, that it's best to observe them and not interact with them.
For now, we'll just have to wait and see what's in store for these awesome blossoms.
Reporting for Titan News, I'm Alexandria Abeda.
Well, that's all for this week's weather report. Back to you guys at the table.
Thanks, Daniel, and welcome to the doghouse. Coming up next, we have more information on what's going on in the sports world.
Stay tuned.
Things could be stranger, but I don't know how. I'm going through changes now. Could spend a lifetime trying to figure it out. I'm going through changes now that have just begun under a purple sun. There's many reasons we are what we've become. I'm going through changes now. Things could be different, but I don't know how. I'm going through changes, through all of the strangeness. I'm going through changes now.
Welcome back to Titan News. Now let's dive into the latest sports updates with our very own Jacob Fisk.
Jacob, what's happening in the world of sports today?
Well, what's happening in the world of sports is we are close to the 2024 Paris Olympics, the playoffs, and the start of the MLB season. Last week, a sneak preview of the 2024 U.S. Olympic track and field uniforms were released and was met with some athletes frowning upon the design choices of one uniform option. The design in question is a unitard uniform design designed for women running track and field, but critics say that the design is needlessly revealing for their athletes. Former U.S. track and field athlete Lauren Fleshman wrote, "This is not an elite athletic kit for track and field. This is a costume born of patriarchal forces that are no longer welcome or needed to get eyes on women's sports." In response, Olympic gold medalist in pole vaulting Katie Moon commented that while the concerns are with best intentions, she was still in favor of women athletes having more options rather than less for attire. Nike reported that there were nearly 50 unique pieces across both men and women track and field styles that are fine-tuned for specific events, with athletes being able to choose their style and personal preference. Nike also said they plan to provide custom tailoring for the 2024 Paris Olympics. Continuing with the Olympic news, LA will receive nearly $900 million in funding from the federal government to help improve the metro transportation and infrastructure before the 2028 Olympic Games. LA Mayor Karen Bass said, "There's no time to waste in strengthening our local infrastructure and transportation system to be ready to welcome the world for the Games." The funding will be mostly used by the LA Metro to increase bus speed and reliability, but will also be used for other projects such as a pedestrian bridge over the Port of LA. U.S. Senator Alex Padilla said that this project would not only help the Olympics run smoothly, but will also make a lasting improvement to the communities who need it most, such as bike share stations for college students, and those who rely on bus services will help those locals avoid LA traffic. The Lakers defeated the Pelicans Sunday in their final game of the regular season, but they look to do the same thing tonight in the NBA play-in tournament. The Lakers will take on the Pelicans at 4:30 p.m. tonight, and if the Lakers win, they will qualify for the NBA playoffs to take on the defending NBA champions, the Denver Nuggets. If they lose tonight, they won't be eliminated, but they would move down to the elimination game to face the winner of the Sacramento Kings or the Golden State Warriors. The Angels held a red carpet event on opening day to give their fans the chance to get close to their favorite stars. Daniel Arceo Rodriguez has more.
Coming to you from Angel Stadium, where players and coaches of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim suited up in their nice white uniforms for the red carpet before the team's home opener game of the 2024 season.
We love you, Sandoval! We love you!
This is the Halos' second ever red carpet event, but this event's more than just the players and coaches walking the red carpet. This event was made for the fans.
Those in attendance got chances to meet their favorite players outside the dugout and outside the baseball diamond, where they got the opportunity to get autographs and photographs with them as well. With fans and myself showing up at the red carpet gates as early as 9 in the morning to get the perfect spot at the front of the gates to be able to get as close to the players and coaches as possible. This event will start at 12:30 in the afternoon and go on through 4:30, right before fans were able to get into the stadium for the home opener game itself.
I think it's a great opportunity if a fan's able to get up close in person with some of the ball players. Very beneficial. A lot of fun, especially for kids. They keep right up into it.
The event also had the radio station live, interviewing players about the team and their childhood memories to get a more personal connection between fans and the players.
Reporting from the Big A, for Titan News, I'm Daniel Arceo Rodriguez.
That's it for the sports world for today. Now, back to your news.
Get ready to be in the known.
Stay tuned for exclusive updates on entertainment world after the break.
And is this with the doctor or is this with the nurse practitioner? Fantastic. Dad, lunch. Got some soup for you.
You are loved.
Oh, you. Look at those freckles.
This was very much.
You are valued. You are strong. You are resilient. You got this.
You're there for them. We're here for you.
Find free care guides to support you and your loved one at aarp.org/caregiving.
Welcome back to Titan News. Here to give us the rundown for all the things music, movies, and more.
Here's Jonathan Bindi with the latest entertainment news.
Thank you so much. Coachella Music Festival is set to have their second weekend of fun after artists took the stage to adoring crowds. First weekend, fans got to see Lana Del Rey ride in and out of the stage on a motorcycle. Other stars like Billie Eilish and Peso Pluma joined Lana on the main stage for a surprise that dazzled audiences. 2000s music fans got to see No Doubt, led by Orange County music legend Gwen Stefani. No Doubt surprised the crowd by introducing Gen Z singer Olivia Rodrigo during their song Bathwater. Other artists debuted songs like rapper Ice Spice, who gave a shout out to Taylor Swift during her set. Tyler, the Creator, a Coachella favorite, was the weekend headliner, who brought the energy and fun to keep fans wanting more for the upcoming second weekend. A jury convicted the on-set armorer Hannah Gutierrez Reed in the Rush shooting to the maximum sentence of 18 months for involuntary manslaughter. The accident occurred during the filming of the movie when actor Alec Baldwin's weapon accidentally shot a live round during filming, which fatally struck cinematographer Halyna Hutchinson. Gutierrez's defense team said that she was made to be the scapegoat for the producers of the film, including Alec Baldwin. Baldwin is scheduled to appear in court this July for manslaughter, charges related to the shooting. He has since pleaded not guilty. Controversial sports and entertainment figure O.J. Simpson died at the age of 76 following a prostate cancer diagnosis. Simpson is known to many sports fans for his time playing at USC and the Buffalo Bills, but he is more famously known in pop culture for his acquittal of the 1994 murder of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman. The infamous trial of the century broke viewership across the nation, but it did not keep Simpson away from trouble, as he was released on parole from prison in 2008 in a robbery and kidnapping spree. Simpson's death is a stark reminder of not only the iconic figure he was, but also the tragic murder of Nicole Simpson and Ronald Goldman. Finding fun ways to exercise in a group setting can be difficult today, but you do not have to time travel to 1975 to find a groovy roller rink. Here's Ethan Lopez with more.
People come together throughout the weekend and at all times of the day to hang out, chill, vibe, and get in a workout.
I skate because it's a way of keeping healthy, keeping young, way to purge negativity, be in a positive environment, and it's something that I'm good at.
While being healthy is a plus, skating is much deeper. Skating is a way to come together and create a serious family bond.
We're basically like a family. It's like a team thing. It's not like competitive or anything. We're just like skating together as a group and then building a bond and like just meeting new people who know how to skate and stuff to build a community.
For some, skating is much deeper than an extracurricular activity. A lot of skaters come together and bond over skating, eventually becoming a skate family.
It's actually pretty fun. I got a lot of friends, a lot of family actually, not just friends. It's an enjoyable life, bro. Trust. When you're on skates, it's a whole different feeling from anything else. So.
Roller skating brings everyone together, and they are having fun whether they are skating or watching. People are all coming together to listen and enjoy the music, skate, and to feel safe. Whether you are a beginner or advanced skater, you are always welcome in the skating community and at all skating rinks. This is Ethan Lopez from Titan News. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you so much, Ethan. Now back to you, Dayanara.
Well, that's all we have for you today, Titans.
We have a great rest of your Tuesday.